Welcome to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. If you like this watch and like to purchase it at the lowest price anywhere online, click on the link in the description below to buy it at JazzTime.com. Today, I'm going to be reviewing the Blancpain 50 Fathoms 70th Anniversary Act 3 in bronze and gold with a black dial, 41 millimeter case, reference 5901 5630 NANA limited edition. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the history, just a little bit, then tell you about where this watch stands in the lineup of other 50 Fathoms, then tell you about the case bezel dial bracelet movement, finally try it on and give you my thoughts. So let's start with the history. Now, Blancpain has been around for quite some time. Their website says something like 1735, so that makes, I guess that would make almost 300 years. It's one of the longest standing companies, so yeah, it's got a long history. Now, the 50 Fathoms, there's sort of a controversy. This one happens to be the 70th anniversary commemorating the birth of the 50 Fathoms. Now, the biggest diving or the most famous diving watches are the Rolex Submariner. That's probably the most famous one. And there's sort of a little controversy about which diving watch came first, the 50 Fathoms by Blancpain or the Submariner by Rolex. If you look at the early Blancpain 50 Fathoms, it looks really similar to the Submariner. It's kind of hard to tell which one came first. I don't really know, but that's the controversy. And Submariner is one of Rolex's best sellers, and it makes sense that the 50 Fathoms is one of Blancpain's best sellers. For their sports line, it definitely is their bestseller, although Blancpain makes a lot of different types of watches, dress watches as well, and very beautifully done as well. But as far as their sports watches, this is their top of the line 50 Fathoms. And it's been around for 70 years. And they have a lot of variations. Okay, so let's move on to where this watch stands in the lineup. Now, as you can imagine, the 50 Fathoms, since it's been around for so long, it has a lot of different variations of it, and this is the 70th anniversary. So they didn't make a lot of them, and it's one of their more expensive ones because of the limited availability of it, as well as the material that it's made of, which is bronze and gold. And as you can imagine, for the 50 Fathoms, since it's their bestseller, they have tons of variations with different complications, different metals, different bracelets, colors, everything. Almost, there's tons of variations. And one of the benefits is that you can buy most of the 50 Fathoms, their lead seller, on jazztime.com at a discount. That means less than retail. Whereas many other brands, such as Rolex, you have to pay a premium above retail. Okay. At any rate, that's a little bit about where this watch stands in the lineup. I would say this is one of the most special 50 Fathoms that Blancpain makes. That's where this watch stands. Okay, let's talk about the case now. The case is a very slim, decent sized 41.3, call it 41 millimeter case. It's made of bronze and gold. As you can see here, it's kind of hard to tell which one it is, but it's actually a mixture of the two. And I don't know of any other brand that mixes both precious metals, bronze and gold. Gold to give it the luxurious look, and bronze to sort of give it this special color, as you can see it here. Okay, that is the case. And let's look at the side thickness here. The thickness is only 13.3 millimeters. That's not terribly thick. I would consider that a decent size, not a massive size, but a reasonable size for the thickness. Okay, and the width between the lugs is 20 millimeters, also kind of a standard. Either 20 or 21 is both is okay. And it has a water resistance of 30 bars. One bar is equal to 10 meters or 30 feet. That means 30 bars is equal to 300 meters or 900 feet, which is a lot. And most people can only dive up to 3 bars, which is 30 meters. So you'll be totally fine. 900 feet or 300 meters, it's more than enough for a diver. So this watch, not only does it look good, it can also dive very far. And the case is your standard 50 Fathoms case. Very beautiful case. Let's move on to the bezel. The bezel, as you can imagine, it's unidirectional, and it's made of ceramic, not aluminum. Ceramic is used so that it can withstand scratches and fading, and it has a just has a very nice look to it. And they do the color of the dial inside the bezel so that it matches. Very nicely done. Okay, let's talk about the dial. The dial is black and it has these really big luminescence that you see here, and sort of this special insignia that you see here under the right next to the 6 o'clock. It's a very super legible watch, and as it should be because it's a diving watch. It's meant to calculate elapsed time when you're underwater. All right, so that's the dial. Let's move on to the bracelet. Now the bracelet here is on the NATO strap. NATO strap just means a canvas strap. Now why put such an expensive watch on this canvas strap? Well, it's kind of a nod to the earlier years where a lot of the dive watches or sports watches were made with these very simple straps, and they just become sort of a vintage look to it. It gives it, in my opinion, gives it quite a bit of flavor. It makes it look like a bit of from the past, but also with the modern technical aspects of current and future. And if you look closely, you'll notice also that they did a very nice job of making the bracelet, or the NATO strap in this case, match the rest of the watch so that it looks like it was all designed at once, because you have this gold strip going down. I think it's very nicely done. Just two colors, this gold and bronze and black. It's a perfect combination if you ask me. Okay, now the movement, if you can actually see through the movement, which is a great thing. A lot of dive watches you can't do that, but Blancpain allows you to see the movement and admire it. It's quite beautiful if you ask me. It's a caliber 1154.P2/automatic, and it adds a power reserve. It's a very amazing power reserve actually. 100 hours. Just to give you some idea, most power reserve, including Rolex, is maximum 70 hours, and even Audemars Piguet is around 70, and Patek Philippe is usually less than 70, around like 35 to 50 hours. So having a power reserve of 100, it's just way better than that. And what that means is that the movement is not only very efficient, it's just quite a good movement, that it can last that long, 100 hours, almost double its competitors, on just one full wind. Not a lot of watches can do that. And they can actually do it with only 192 parts. Usually on a time and date only watch, it's around 200 parts. So Blancpain has really figured out how to make this movement very efficient, beautiful at the same time, and this is the result. Okay, all right, now let's go ahead and try this watch on my wrist. I'm 6 foot tall, 200 pounds. I have a 7.5 inch wrist, and you can see the Blancpain looks very nice on my wrist. I really like the Blancpain 50 Fathom. Of the Blancpain collection, my 50 Fathoms is my favorite because it's the most sporty, it's the most iconic, and it has a lot of history behind it. And it's also just a very beautiful watch. And of course, who doesn't like to have a limited edition piece that there's not a whole lot of, and also in this fantastic color combination. So I'm going to definitely give this watch 2 thumbs up. If you'd like to purchase it at the lowest price anywhere online, click on the link in the description below to buy it at jazztime.com.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to Model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.